What's going on, everybody? It's Loto-Drandel here, coming at you with an ARK video. This one's gonna be a bit different. Personally, this is something that I was sitting on because of the issues that I was having with what I saw in the patch notes, and I just call it an issue. It's more like a minor gripe that I have, but I figured I'd just go ahead and talk about it. Now, for those of you who hadn't read the patch notes on it, it was in the update history on the PS4, probably even for Xbox One. The Flyers underwent a nerf with one of the latest updates that introduced introduced 4 new creatures. It's some aquatic creature, I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Ichthyornis, which is kind of pelican seagull creature, and then you had the Equus, which, just to kind of give you guys a quick update on that, if you guys hadn't seen my video, I do have 2 of them now. I'm thinking about I do want to search for a unicorn and possibly a female Equus, because it's the 2 that I have are both male. But let's get into the nitty-gritty about what I'm here to talk about. The Flyer Nerf. For those of you, if you hadn't taken a look at your birds just yet, one of the things that Wildcard Studios did was they took away the movement speeds. Also, they reset their levels based around once they removed those speeds on the birds. Now, to clarify with what I'm talking about, I set up all 4 birds right here. There's my Tapehara, my Quetzal, Pteranodon, and Argentavis, which this one I actually gave a name to, Jade. Now, just to show you guys what I'm talking about, if you look at the movement speed, you'll notice that it's at 100% for the Argentavis. For Pteranodon, this is a 135%. The Quetzal is at a 136.5, although it's still slow as hell. And the Tapehara is a 136.5. Now, at first I thought maybe it's randomly selected, for the numbers when you're taming them. So when I took a look at my level 18 Argentavis here, when we take a look, also a 100%. And then if we go to one of my lower leveled Pteranodons here, let's see, I should have one that's pretty low level. And if I don't, I'd be color me impressed. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll just look at all of them just for clarification. We'll start with this level 36 here. We have a 135. Okay. Level 38. 135 movement. 38, 135% movement speed. And then we'll go to an Argentavis of low level, 100% movement speed. So as you can see, each flyer now has a set movement speed. No longer improves or increases. While those on the land, like the Raptors, this one has 120% movement speed. Then if we go to one over here, 120. So it seems to me that they'll have a base movement speed that's set at the start, but only the land creatures, as you see here, there's Ripper, my raptor here, he has 126%. I believe I had put a couple of boosts into the speed. So, just to give a quick demonstration of, we're gonna fly out. We'll fly out to that rock right here. I'm gonna kind of time this in my head. This will probably take about 5 seconds. It's about a 5-second time to get here, and to get back, just for the quick turnaround here, probably another 5 seconds. It takes about roughly 10 to 15 seconds for the Argentavis to go from here to the rocks and back. Now for the Pteranodon here, we're just gonna do that. Just reach point and come back. Not as long, about 7 to 10 seconds. Now we'll go to the Tapehara here. I'm gonna get myself to the point that the Pteranodon is, just for. There we go. Here we go. About roughly the same, about 6 to 8 seconds for the Tapehara. Tapehara seems to be the best traveler companion now because of what it's capable of being able to do in the helicopter effect. All right, so let's go with the Quetzal here. Bring her up here, and let's go. As you can tell, the Quetzal is the slowest mover. It takes about 6 seconds, maybe even a little more, just to get from the beach to that rock. Takes a little bit more to the beach, because you got to turn her all the way around. Now, what do I think of the Nerf? Movement speed being cut down, and not only that, not being able to increase it. I mean, unless this is a glitch, which I personally don't think it is. I believe this was deliberate. I feel PvP-wise, I could kind of see it, because there's some people that will just crank the speed up to ungodly levels. And then you have the people like me, who, you know, yeah, I'll increase their speed, but I also want to improve other statistics with the flyers. But it kind of cuts out being able to get from place to place at quicker rates. My Argentavis that you saw me with, Jade here, I had actually had her speed cranked up to about 170% movement speed because I liked flying from here to my mountain base up at, just to show you guys, the closest mountain peak to the northwest snow biome, where you would find a bunch of crystal, obsidian, and metal there. I had set up a mountain base there for my refining forge and for smithing. At least up till I created this right here in order to set up a beach base. So as a whole, it hurts the players, I feel, a lot, especially in PvP and a bit in PvE. But on the other hand, and this is where I kind of look at the other side of the fence, they did reset the levels of the flyers. So it gives us, the players, the opportunity to reallocate the stat boosts to our flyers and repurpose them. So what do I feel, as a result of this nerf, what do I feel that each of these flyers will excel at? PvE-wise, the Quetzal's purpose has been kind of defeated, although you could probably use her as a platform base, maybe to do a mass transport of various creatures. Like, now I could kind of see myself using her to go to, like, Raptor Island, tame a bunch of creatures, use her as the mobile base to bring them back. The Tapehara and Pteranodon, I feel now, is kind of your transportation from point A to point B, with having flyers like the Quetzal, the Argentavis, and maybe other Pteranodons and Tapes as, you know, other transport, just to have them follow you. So, between the Pteranodon and the Tapehara, which would I say is the ideal rider's mount? I would say, as a result of this nerf, go with, since it's all a set and you cannot increase the stats, my recommendation is to take the Tapehara, because, as you can see, you can go up, side to side, you know, strafing. You know, the Tapehara has the helicopter ability. Also, given the fact that you're able to take riders with you. I believe, you know, the front seat and the back seat. I could be wrong. But in all honesty, now with the nerf, the ideal traveler's mount in single player and even multiplayer, it would be bringing a Tapehara or a Pteranodon, and then have Quetzal as your mobile base, you know, as your platform. Hold up various, be it dinos or other players fortress. Argentavis and Quetzal would have to be your, as I would call them, your material holders, because if for a level 54 for this Argentavis, having a 757.6 weight capacity, so if we go to like my 18, he has a 440, so your best resource holder would be your Quetzal by far. But you could choose to make, if you choose to take an Argentavis as your flyer, I would invest into some weight because of what you yourself will be carrying, along with stamina. Argentavis alone already had a great deal of stamina, so it could go farther than Pteranodons when not going all out. But when you go all out, since the stamina, I believe, is pretty simple to regenerate over time, Pteranodons may get that added edge in long distance travel. But if you go with just flat out, just stamina with no all out flying speed, Argentavis does have the added edge with that speed. Not with the speed, but with stamina. So that will take care of what my thoughts are about the flyers, with the flyer nerf. So just a quick recap, the ideal traveling mounts, for me, in my opinion, will be the Pteranodon and Tapejara. Your mobile base and transportation of other creatures and players would be your Quetzal. And then you could make your Argentavis. It could even be a battler against other creatures if you allocate the statistics right. But as a whole, I do feel now Argentavis has kind of lost purpose in some degree, while Tapejaras and Pteranodons become your movers. Your transport with your your Quetzals, and Argentavis kind of being more of a support role. My opinion only. So that will take care of the Nerf discussion and thoughts. If you guys, if you enjoyed this content, feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to let me know what you guys think of the flyer nerf. Do you feel it was necessary? Do you feel it was unnecessary? If you want to see more and you want to support my channel, feel free to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon next to the subscription, so that way you will have notifications of when videos go up. So that takes care of this. I hope you guys have a good Saturday and a good rest of your weekend. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace out, everyone.